here in the wardrobe department with Miss Melanie, who is one of our seamstresses here. And she's going to take us through a little sneak peek of the process of the La Llorona costumes. And one really wonderful thing about the whole wardrobe department is that all of our costumes are made right here in-house, and we don't order anything pre-made from a catalog or anything like that. So Melanie, what does that process kind of look like for you guys in the wardrobe department?
So Miss Lorianne will draw up sketches after talking with Miss Juliana, and they'll collaborate on ideas, and then they will come to these final sketches, which are super fun. I love seeing these at the beginning of the season to see where the ballets are going. And one thing that's super fun and special about not ordering costumes on a catalog is that we get to add our own details. So this is an in-process, one of the costumes that have hand stamped by Miss Lorianne, and you can see she cut out all this detail work to make it look like a collar, but in dance form and fashion it is all stretch, so that's super fun. And the process of making a leotard is we order the fabric, and then we cut everything by hand on this cutting board, and then we're able to add details like these little stripes on the sleeves of the women's leotards. And yeah, we cut out the details of each accent piece. So these are some for other leotards, but we utilize all that we have. But the other exciting thing is we have all of our skirts over here, which I'm so excited because we get to use these ruffles. And I think my favorite are these double ruffles, which some of them have single ones that are slightly different. But the ruffles obviously take double the time, but they're so fun and so pretty. And what's special about these skirts is that they are a mesh skirt. So whereas a traditional skirt, you wouldn't really be, with a traditionally long skirt, you wouldn't really see the leg line. But with these, the idea is that you'll be able to, and especially with the lighting on stage and the lighting design, you'll be able to see all the dancers' hard work. So that's super fun. And another sneak peek, this leotard isn't quite fully done, but these two will go together. So the accent piece here matches the accent colors on the leotard, which is super fun. And then the other super cool, another fun fact, I guess, is that some of these have been hand dyed by Miss Lorianne. So just to get the right colors that we wanted, to get the different hues and tones of what the ballet will look like. So I'm always impressed with how she dyes everything.
Yeah, that's really amazing.
Yeah, and then the other thing is if we don't have trim that we want, if we want to make a custom trim, she will hand stamp like these are for the trim of the leotards. So she hand stamped each piece of that trim. So that's another fun fact. Yeah.
I was there with her when she was hand stamping those, and I was in awe. I was like, wow, this is such a cool process, and like,
Yeah.
I could never do that. It's so awesome. So Mel, with the process of creating, and you kind of spoke to this a little bit, but what is special about creating costumes in-house versus ordering them and just kind of getting them and outsourcing it?
I think what's special is that you can pretty much create anything you design. One costume that I always loved was our Dia costumes, which were transformable, which you could unzip, and like you could never get that at online and on a catalog. So just being able to make it customizable for the ballet is super special and honestly so impressive. I watch Lorianne and how creative she is, and that's just inspiring. So it's just like being able to collaborate with the artistic director, with the ballet, with the needs of the ballet, and the costumes, it's a lot more customizable and creative process. So I think that's the most special about it.
Yeah, that's awesome. And then what is your favorite part of the process from very first design to final product? What do you think is like your most exciting or most fulfilling part of the process?
I really like being able to do the very finishing serging or seaming, which would be for the skirt. It would be like adding the elastic at the very end and getting that all ready, or getting finally the seam of the leg line all finished. That's honestly my favorite part because it's like, oh, we're so close. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you so much for sharing and giving us a sneak peek at the costume shop for this ballet.